Unless the Liberals reverse course, Canada is set to go down a very dangerous road in March of 2024 when MAID for mental illness becomes available. Canada was set to have this radical expansion of MAID come into effect this year, but fortunately the Liberals delayed implementation by 1 year after leading experts, including the chairs of psychiatry at all 17 medical schools, said that Canada isn't ready for MAID and mental illness. And the leading medical professionals said that Canada isn't ready for two fundamental reasons. The first is that it is impossible to accurately predict irremediability. Under the law, in order to qualify for MAID, someone must suffer from an irremediable disease or illness. In other words, one must suffer from a disease or illness in which they are not going to get better, and that they are in an irreversible state of decline. Medical professionals said this can't accurately be predicted, and so therefore, persons who could get better, who could go on to lead healthy and happy lives, will have their lives prematurely ended. A second fundamental problem is that it is difficult to distinguish, in the case of mental illness, between a rational request for MAID and one motivated by suicidal ideation. This is underscored by the fact that the vast majority of persons who commit suicide suffer from a diagnosable mental disorder. And you might be wondering, who would qualify for MAID and mental illness? What constitutes a mental disorder for the purpose of the law? Well, according to a task group appointed by the Liberals to establish practice standards, anyone would qualify if they suffer from a mental disorder listed in the DSM-5. What's in the DSM-5 listed as a mental disorder? Well, that includes everything from depression to having a personality disorder to being autistic to having an addictions issue. That is what we're talking about with respect to MAID and mental illness. This is radical, it's dangerous, and it's wrong. And a special joint committee that I sat on was recently established to look at whether Canada is ready for MAID and mental illness. And the committee, comprised of members of Parliament and senators, heard from experts, including leading medical professionals, who said loud and clear that Canada isn't ready. Canada's no more ready now than at the start of this past year. And the reason that Canada isn't ready is for the very same two reasons that Canada hasn't been ready up until now. The difficulty, if not impossibility, of predicting irremediability, and the difficulty in distinguishing a rational request from one motivated by suicidal ideation. And so, given that nothing is changed, I urge the Liberals to put a stop to this. There is something they can do. Canada doesn't need to go ahead with this. What the Liberals need to do is follow the evidence, stop the madness, and introduce legislation to permanently scrap this radical expansion of MAID. Persons who are suffering from mental health issues ought to be offered hope and help, not death.